Welcome to Reclassified. This is the U.S. military. This is the U.S. education system.
Can you name the continents?
What the f? No? Bitch, like, isn't it like Alaska? Ah, I got it right! You see Alaska? Like, New Jersey? Alaska?
Yeah.
Ah, you see it?
So you got Alaska, New Jersey.
Hawaii?
There are many key foundational differences between the two public systems. However, one of the biggest equivalent between the two is the cost. Congress approved and signed $769 billion for the Department of Defense for the year 2022. According to the Department of Education NCES full 2021 report, the U.S. education spending reached $810 billion in 2021, making them the two most expensive education and military systems in the world. With that in mind, this is the U.S. education system.
If you're driving 60 miles an hour and you drive for 1 hour, how far do you travel?
A mile.
Yes. 60 miles an hour and you drive for 1 hour, how far do you travel?
1 mile.
A fair note would be that isn't a representative sample. For a more comprehensive look, we would need to draw on actual performance statistics that reflect the wider population and not a small random snippet. Using the latest available PISA test scores, the U.S. in 2018 ranked 38th in math, 13th in reading, and 19th in science. The U.S. per capita spending on K-12 education is 4th in the world. In contrast to its performance, which doesn't crack the top 10, U.S. spending is also a bit more complicated than just average national spending. Through the National Education Association, we can get a deeper understanding. In its full available report for the year 2021, we can see the various spending variables. New York at the top, spending almost $30,000, while Idaho is in last place at $8,000 per student. In performance, the numbers aren't straightforward either. With Idaho outperforming New York in math, science, and reading based on the National Assessment of Educational Progress report card. When it comes to teacher salaries, the average salary for teachers varies by career position. At the start of their careers, the U.S. places at the end of the top third in the developed world. Further along, at 15 years of experience, the U.S. ranks at 5th place. The U.S. median teacher salary is at $61,000, with the bottom 10% earning below $46,000, while the top 10% earn over $100,000. The same state variation in salaries is obvious, with Mississippi and South Dakota having the lowest average salaries, falling in line with countries like France, while New York and California having the highest placing at the top of the world's public school systems. Teacher salaries and benefits are the biggest costs in U.S. current spending, accounting for 79.5% of current expenditures. Current expenditures exclude costs for community services, adult education, community colleges, private schools, interest on debt, and other programs that are not part of public elementary and secondary education. Unlike often repeated, rest of school functions such as administration cost and maintenance take up a smaller share of current expenditures. With that, an opposing trend is in, and that is the decline in student performance. Even as education funding has hit record highs, academic performance is on a decline across the board. Even worse is what measures are being taken around this trend. California State Board threw out SATs or ACTs despite being shown to be the best available predictor in student performance and college graduation. This was done even in schools that conducted internal reviews that showed they remained robust measures. The State Board of Education adopted a new math framework that included faulty research and highly contested claims. The framework has no conclusive proof of superiority over the current teaching method. Cambridge, Massachusetts has removed advanced math classes for middle schools to close performance gaps. The lowering of standards of education, while pivoting to red herrings as the reasons for underperformance, will not favor the future outcomes of the American education system. See you next chapter.